You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family. First, I personally reached out to the victims' legal teams. The real reason he's not getting out is those buried cases behind the scenes. I provided legal funding for 7 victims who had been silent for years and brought in the top criminal attorneys in the country. Second, I bought up every potential post-release business deal he had lined up. I planned this 2 years in advance, so by the time he got sentenced and still had hope of getting out, every partner had already cut ties with him. Third, I don't just have evidence, I've got backups. This is an entire minefield that's been buried for 20 years. I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years. With testimonies from the victims, we interviewed over a dozen people he tricked, threatened, or violated. You think that's harsh? No, he destroyed other people's lives for decades. I'm just making sure he spends a few extra years in prison for it. I'm not afraid of his people, not afraid of his threats. I know he's still in there fantasizing about a comeback, but the truth is,
is this real life? I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me. What's happening? You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. Ah!
For years, people in the industry ignored it, treating it like background noise. Old clips were laughed off, strange moments were overlooked, and important questions were never asked. But now, with 50 Cent's new documentary, people are starting to look back at everything more carefully. What once seemed like rumors is now being taken seriously. At the center of the story is Diddy, a powerful figure who helped shape many careers, and Justin Bieber, who entered that world at a very young age. This isn't about random clips or internet gossip. It's about power, silence, and how the truth can stay hidden for so long when too many people choose not to see it.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, go get the front shot of this.
Man.
Turn that out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15, you could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
Alright, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
And where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you wanna do? What you wanna do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang out with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
Justin Bieber's rise was often told like a modern fairy tale, but behind the success was a more uncomfortable reality. As a young teenager, he was moving through a world controlled by powerful adults, without clear protection or boundaries. Old videos and interviews show him in situations where fame, access, and influence seemed more important than what was appropriate for his age. For years, people saw these moments but brushed them off as just part of celebrity life instead of questioning the risks. This isn't about one specific incident. It's about a bigger pattern. It raises the question of how the industry normalized these situations, stayed silent, and who should be held responsible when a child's well-being is overlooked in the pursuit of success.
You got people in the industry that's been saying for years, this man is having sex with underage. So now the federal government is looking at that like, yo, when is somebody gonna come forward? We got this information, this alleged information, but nobody's willing to come forward. Then they go on and say, yo, Shakur Stewart mysteriously dead. Supposed to be a self-inflicted wound. Person that had everything going for him in their life. Kim Porter dead. Somebody's car gets blown up. This guy is walking around threatening other actors, people. Somebody got to get involved in it. If it ain't the state, let it be the feds. Somebody got to stop him. He lucky that God given him the opportunity to be stopped while he's alive, then have to go to hell and face that shit. He got a chance to repent now, change his life.
You mentioned minors, and a lot of people have been trying to drag Justin Bieber into this situation because there's a lot of suspect looking videos with Diddy and Bieber in it, and they're making a lot of allegations.
50 Cent presented himself as someone outside of Diddy's private circle, saying he knew things but wasn't involved. At the time, many people dismissed his comments as just part of a rivalry. But now, with growing legal attention and a shift in how people view the industry, those old statements are being looked at differently. This doesn't mean every claim is true, but it does change how we understand his intent. Sometimes, warnings come long before there is clear proof, and they get ignored, especially when they come from someone people don't trust or like. It raises an uncomfortable question: how many early warnings are overlooked simply because the person speaking out isn't taken seriously?
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah,
Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay. 55. Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm here to, cause you've been a big supporter of mine, all jokes aside. This right here, it's my young brother right here. He's been a big supporter of mine. My album's coming out, and we got the crew going around now. You in New York City, and we got the Dirty Money crew. And we wanted to make you an official member of the Dirty Money crew.
Are you
all right?
serious?
There you go.
That is
Justin
that is
Bieber.
swag.
Is it your swag? And then you gotta do the swag walk too.
Okay.
I gotta show you the swag walk.
You show me the swag walk.
And Scooter, Scoot, Manager, Mogul extraordinaire, you too.
I just got much cooler.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Money.
Dirty money. Okay, so when we walk down the streets of New York, we hit them like this. So me and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert,
Don't get those ladies, right?
Yeah, after that, the ladies, we in the street, Times Square,
Yeah.
we go, swag. Swag. You see that? You see my hand right there? That's pushing the hate back. There's a lot of hate sometimes.
All right, yeah.
Swag. 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 Try it.
So this hand?
Yeah, hand.
Okay.
This hand. Push it back like you're pushing the wind back. Swag. Ooh. Ooh. You got it, son. You got it. That's right, my boy Bieber, official member of the Dirty Money crew.
All right, I'm chilling with my big bro Diddy right here. You gotta go get his album. It's Last Train to Paris. It is, it's gonna be the greatest album you've ever heard. It's got a lot of cool songs, a lot of people on it. You got
Drake on there.
Drake on there.
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
I wanted to do a song with you, but you was on tour.
He was gonna do a
Usher.
song.
Big
Yeah.
Brother Usher.
Big Brother Usher. So
Everybody-
everybody's on this
everybody's on
album.
there.
Go get this
Go
album.
get it.
Last Friend to Paris.
Yeah, get it.
We're out.
Peace.
All right.
Diddy's influence went far beyond music. He had the power to open or close doors, deciding who got opportunities and who didn't. Justin Bieber being close to him showed how the industry often works, not through clear or fair systems, but through powerful individuals who control access. In that kind of environment, success can depend more on who you know than on talent alone.
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also.
Got me a Lamborghini. And
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Well, apparently not. Something, everything ain't for everybody.
And the tape is white.
If he's bigger than Diddy, and he's not none of the names that I said, probably so. But then they say he was young too.
Yeah, they say he was young.
Let me get his name right. I hope it ain't the Bieber. I hope it's not the Bieber.
That's a good one. It might be him. But if they saying that the guy is young and he's an A-lister, I can't think of that many black people, man.
Right, not at all. And somebody that more powerful, more of a celebrity than Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? If they were saying somebody that was more celebrity than Diddy, he was an A-lister, he was younger. You know what I'm saying? And if he's not black, it would have to be the Bieber. That's his name, Bieber? They said I got that wrong too. Justin Bieber, allegedly. I don't know, bro.
Right. But when you heard the news that Diddy, he had a tape with another man, did that catch you by surprise or no?
Well, all this shit is by surprise to me. A lot of this shit is by surprise to me, to be totally honest, man. Because I knew Puff, I knew Puff Daddy.
The concern isn't just about what may have happened behind closed doors, but why there didn't seem to be proper oversight in public, especially when success depended on being close to powerful figures. In that kind of system, boundaries can start to blur or feel less important. It raises difficult questions. Who actually had the power to say no, and what were the consequences for anyone who refused to go along?
I knew Diddy before he was Love and Brother Love and back to Diddy. So, no, but the diddler, he's the diddler now. A lot of it's surprising, but it's not unheard of. Because you hear of all kinds of shit, and whether it registered with you or you internalize it or something like that, that's a whole nother story. But a lot of this stuff it's crazy, but this is the world that we live in now, man. That these individuals thinks is all right. Bruh, when does it comes all right to be sitting there eating food off a naked woman? When did we start doing what they do? Let's keep it a buck. When did we start doing what they do? These guys is popping pills. These got Jay-Z dancing with a chick that's into cannibalism.
Long before Justin Bieber became famous, Usher spoke about being brought into Diddy's world as a teenager and later said it exposed him to adult situations too early. This is important because it points to a pattern, not just a rumor. When similar experiences seem to repeat with younger artists over time, it becomes harder to see it as coincidence. Instead, it suggests the system itself may not have changed. If concerns were already known in the past, it raises a serious question. Why wasn't anything done to fix it before the next young artist came into the same environment?
Might make you change your mind. Look at Lil Nas X. he fizzled out fast too.
So would you say someone like Justin Bieber is a victim? I just seen he is reportedly selling his whole catalog because he's broke.
Yeah. Yeah. And once he finishes getting that money, I don't understand why he's broke. He didn't have to be broke. Usher just wouldn't stop robbing him.
Damn.
I mean, Usher couldn't keep his hands out of his pocket. It's funny. He got him signed and turned over custody to Diddy. Boy was never the same, and neither was Usher's pockets, because Usher's been living off of Justin Bieber's money. He ain't been living off of his own. Because the truth is, Usher don't really make that kind of money. And I'm really just kind of sick and tired of Usher Raymond.
Yeah,
I'm really kind of disgusted with Usher Raymond, who does Greek wrestling nude with men over Frosted Flakes, allegedly. Like, I'm sick and tired of this guy who everyone knows got the Diddy bumps, who's been sued for passing them on and lost, is still sitting there disgracing women in front of their men who bought the tickets to like that whole scheme.
He's causing a lot of divorce courts.
But why? He don't even want them. He don't want them women. He's literally doing it just to destroy relationships.
As attention around Diddy grew, many celebrities who had been close to him stayed quiet, while 50 Cent became more outspoken. This contrast highlights an unspoken reality in the industry. Speaking out can damage relationships, while staying silent helps protect them. In that environment, loyalty can start to look a lot like self-protection. It's not always about fear, but about calculated choices in a system where telling the truth can come at a cost. When silence feels like the safest option, it raises a difficult question. Can real accountability ever exist?
Drake. These people are monsters.
Real life. It ain't real life. Just say real thing. Real life street stars. Know what time it is.
Jermaine Dupri said something interesting. He said the reason that R&B isn't as powerful as it is anymore is because children are going to church.
Yeah.
What is it about the transfer from the spiritual to the secular do you believe that's what made R&B so powerful?
Understand this. Rhythm and blues was a combination of gospel and soul music. Because soul music has always been around in one form or another. It's just evolved throughout the years. And you got gospel, rhythm and blues. That's what put that together. That's why they made such a big stink about the Ray Charles incorporating gospel sounds into secular music. Because they wanted people to separate the two. This is demon, this is good. The truth is none of that's real. Right. There is no bad, there is no good. There is what is and there is what is not. And that's sad. But when you take the spirit that comes from that.
Justin Bieber has never publicly accused Diddy of any crimes, but his later comments about anxiety, feeling out of control, and struggling emotionally add complexity to his story. He has spoken about being overwhelmed at a young age, surrounded by adults with their own agendas, and not having the support or understanding he needed to protect himself.
A witness that just testified against Diddy to the grand jury and had to give up 8 videotapes to the feds that contained celebrities in these freak-offs with Diddy is now listing some of the names that he saw on these tapes. And this man said that he got these tapes from a very close friend of Kim Porter's, and these were Kim Porter's tapes that she was going to use against Diddy. And some of the names that he says are some that we have heard rumored over the years. He said he saw Justin Bieber on this tape and he appeared to be underage during this time. He also saw Usher on these tapes and Usher definitely appeared to be underage. And this one gave me the chills because we've heard that Usher is the one that sent Justin Bieber to Diddy. Courtney Burgess sat down with the Too Strong channel here on YouTube and started naming some of the celebrities that he saw on these tapes.
Were kids involved in these parties that you can verify from looking at the tapes?
If Justin Bieber was older than he's supposed to have been, yes. If Usher was older, well, Usher was definitely young.
Okay.
You understand? They showed the part with his, the blood was all in his bed. You understand? It looked like they came home from a event, a party or something.
Went on to explain how Danny Boy was also in one of these videos with Mary J. Blige and Diddy together. And Danny Boy admitted when he was 15 that Mary J. Blige flew him out to New York and he slept with her while he was underage.
The point here isn't about legal claims, but about the human side of things. Harm doesn't always come with a clear accusation or a single moment you can point to. Sometimes it shows up years later as emotional struggles that are hard to explain. When problems are part of a larger system, it raises an important question. Why do we wait for one specific accusation before we take that harm seriously?
Mary J.
Danny Boy, okay.
You know what Danny Boy is?
I heard that before. I don't, I've been so far away from hip hop, I forgot, but I have heard that name, Danny Boy.
Danny Boy back then, he looked like he was about 16. They both was about.
He also claimed that Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, were in these videos, and he also said that there was photographs and videos of Diddy eating off of young girls.
Pictures or images of any of this stuff?
Yeah, I got Justin Bieber, Will Smith's son, just whatever his name is. Other females on the table, they was young. He was eating off them. A lot of entertainments in there. I got calls from certain wanting to get the tape out of my hand. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I have said that if this man testified to the grand jury, the feds had to have some reason to bring him in to actually testify against Diddy. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this man naming all of the people on the Diddy tapes in the comments.
When Diddy's situation moved into federal court, the discussion shifted from rumors to a formal legal process. Charges, rulings, and appeals helped define what could be clearly proven, but they also showed the limits of the legal system. Courts focus on specific actions, not the wider culture around them, which means bigger questions can remain unanswered. The key point is that something being legal doesn't always make it right, and court decisions don't necessarily address deeper, systemic issues. So even when a case ends, it doesn't always mean the conversation is over.
Now, do you think he has a mole or an informant in his camp that's cooperating?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Listen, bro. Just doing law enforcement myself, just take for instance. I think the individual was a Syracuse former basketball player named Jason Barnes or Beard or something like that. He already had drug charges against him. The day Diddy house get raided, they catch him getting on a plane and they put him into custody. Didn't that sound a little weird? People didn't catch that. They either put him in custody for a couple of reasons. You understand? One, to make a witness out of him, or to safeguard him and protect him for anything that could happen to him, because they had already stated, allegedly, that he was some kind of mule for the people over there at Diddy's house. So now, with that information, that he was already known by the government for drug charges, wouldn't that be an individual that you use? I'm gonna give you something different. And I'm gonna give you something else that people don't even think. On the other day, I seen on the video that Puff had ran into Justin Bieber. They met up. And he started tapping him as if he was searching him and see if he had some kind of device on. Did you see that?
Yep.
Check this out. What if the federal government have already talked to Justin Bieber? And Diddy did that on tape. That means in his mind, he think this person may be a witness, right?
Looking at the stories of 50 Cent, Diddy, and Justin Bieber together highlights a broader issue in the entertainment industry. Power tends to stay at the top, while the risks and consequences often fall on younger or less powerful people. Youth is often used as a selling point. Access to powerful figures is framed as mentorship, and staying silent is treated as being professional. This isn't about one certain event, but about patterns that seem to repeat over time. If the same kinds of situations keep leading to harm, it raises an important question. At what point should the system itself be examined more closely?